Hello everybody, welcome back to Fallout in New Vegas. Fantastic Mr. Ghost here. And I'm at the embassy. I totally forgot about this place. So I think that I'd like to see what this is about. What I want to do, we're going to do Cesar today. We're going to go float on a boat, check them out. And but I wanted to see what this NCR thing was about. This is the NCR embassy, and I'm not
First recon's at Camp Forlorn Hope.
entirely sure.
Now
Oh, hi,
we got a
Liz.
chance to hold it.
Lisa. Okay.
Welcome to the NCR Embassy. How can I help you?
Yeah, I wanted to see what this was about here. Mainly, I want to see if there's anything that is sparked from this, and then we'll go to the Cesar there via boat. Yeah, I'm looking for the ambassador.
Ambassador Crocker can be found in his office through the door to my right and at the end of the hall.
All right.
The embassy offices are to your left, while the barracks and living quarters are to the right. If you're looking for a history lesson, I suggest you talk to Ambassador Crocker.
All right, I'm in this, I think it's the military police area, and look at this. Ambassador Philip Granger, final report. I'm going to take that. Ooh. Oh, this is the ambassador here.
I'm glad you could make it.
Oh.
I have something I wanted to discuss with you. It's a very important matter, and I have a strong feeling you're the perfect person for the job.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little tense around here with all the issues between the NCR, the Legion, and Mr. House. It doesn't take a genius to see that something big is going to happen soon.
Okay.
To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. But if we fail now, it's the people here that are going to suffer the most. I'm not willing to let that happen, and I don't think you're the kind of person that would either.
All right, you have my attention.
To
Go
the
on.
northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers. They are sitting on a munitions stockpile that would be invaluable to us. I would like you to get in contact with them, and then do whatever it takes to convince them to help us. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to all outsiders. That's why I need someone like you. Someone with your background and reputation would have a better chance of reaching them than anyone I have available. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty for any past crimes against the NCR, as well as additional benefits and perks. Do you think you would be able to do this for me?
You know, this might play in really well with when I go to Cesar and I start working with him, I can come over here, and then I can work with him. So I don't know if I need to set this up now. It would seem I have to set this up now and, then go to Cesar because this deal is in place. I think that I'll have to set this up here. I know where they are, and I'll go talk to them.
Excellent. Come back after you've spoken to them. They should see the benefits of helping us in the long term.
All right. Things that go boom. Nice. All right, I finished talking with him. Ambassador Susanna Edith's final report. I want to know about that. So yeah, once I got done with him, he gives a really nice history report about how the NCR and how they come about this whole thing here, and an agreement with Mr. House. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So let's get out of here. So yeah, I'm hoping that I hope that way working with Cesar, that we can come back here if we do lose anything with the NCR by working with Cesar for the short time. I don't know how long I'm going to go with him. Then we can come back here and clear our NCR troubles. Now, there's one more cleanup thing. I think that I'm hoping this is ready now. And we got to go to Freeside Northgate. And I want to talk to the girl that gave us that network sniffer. I want to see if she's over here. I don't think I've got any kind of, quest here. Yeah, I don't remember any quest popping up for that surprise interaction. I can't remember her name, but let's go in here and see if we can find her. Yeah, there she is, right there.
Hey.
Emily Orta. Yeah.
Oh, hi. Thanks again for helping us with that data. I mean, the feed only lasted about 30 seconds, and it's not that useful, but, well, we tried.
Oh, okay. Why wasn't it useful?
We were connected for half a minute and received enough data to fill 5 holodisks.
Wow.
It looked like nonsense at first, but we decoded it. It was all biometric data, life signs from Mr. House. The technology he's using is so advanced that it samples data hundreds of times per second. It's fascinating, but depressing. Whatever technology he has can't possibly be practical for the people out here.
Huh. There's any other way to get Mr. House's data?
After 2 tries, I think I've learned enough. I'm sure there's something more promising I could be helping the other followers with. Oh yeah. I didn't tell you about the first time. I'd rather not talk about it if you don't mind.
Oh, speech 35. Hey, I risked a lot to get you that data feed.
True. All right. The first try was a little less professional. Someone important on the strip had access to some of House's technology. Specifically, a Securitron.
Oh.
And more specifically, the someone was Benny.
Benny?
I know. He shot you in the head and everything.
Oh.
But this was a while ago. I knew he was sleazy, but I didn't realize he was so cold-blooded.
Oh, look at this. Perception 6. Did something happen between you two?
Ugh, so gross. It was bad enough that I didn't get any data out of the Securitron. This is why I didn't want to talk about it. It only happened once. I chalk it up to sleep deprivation and one atomic cocktail too many.
Oh my gosh. Black Widow and Cherise. Oh my gosh. I get it. I'm going to butcher that every time. La Femme. I'll call it La Femme. Alcohol is the only way Benny could ever get any action from a smart girl like you. Oh, that's cute. Don't be so hard on yourself. Life would be dull if it weren't for all the little mistakes. Yeah, you know what? Well, this is flirting with the girl. This is... I'm surprised Black Widow comes up on a woman. I thought that was only men, you know. But yeah, let's do the Cherise La Femme. I think La Femme.
That's sweet of you to say, even if it isn't true.
Aw. Karma, there we go. Did Benny say why he had the Securitron?
He sure didn't. Benny was pretty tight-lipped and cryptic about the thing. But he did let me poke around in it for a while. I wound up helping Benny a lot more than he helped me. Once he had access to the Securitron's memory banks, he kicked me out of the tops. Big surprise, right? Should have seen that coming.
So, yeah, that's that, yes man. What did he have you do?
The Securitron was disabled somehow. Might have been an EMP given some of the damage I saw.
Oh.
Anyway, he wanted it re-enabled and connected to Mr. House's data network. The trick was getting it to be invisible on the network. If Mr. House detects a rogue Securitron in his system, he remotely fries it. Getting around that security feature was a bit tricky.
Wow, pretty cool. You didn't think to tell anyone about this?
Yeah, strange as it sounds, I figured that bad-mouthing one of the strip's most powerful people wasn't a good idea. Mm-hmm. The only reason why I'm telling you any of this is because he's gone now.
Oh, okay. All right, she used to be with the NCR, and then she came out here. There's not much money for medical research or what she wants to do, but she's a techie. So there's not much money. There's a lot of inflation because of the war effort and all this other crap, you know. And so she's out here trying to do some good, I guess. That's pretty cool. Well, that is really neat that happened because that gives a lot of insight into where that yes man came from. I'm really glad I did that. I came back here. And there we go. Render unto Cesar or Cesar. Well, well, well. Who might we have here?
True to Cesar.
Cursor Lucullus.
Awe. Are you ready to head upriver?
All right.
The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat.
Oh, well, okay. We're on the boat. Whoa.
By order of Cesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. This order also extends to the platinum chip you carry. For now.
Oh, for now. Keep hold out weapons.
Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave.
Okay.
Hey.
So that's why we're here. Oh, hi. It's like a casino. Yeah. Wow, look at this, huh? I've never been here before. Look. Oh my god. Dead bodies everywhere. So the we get the chip back, it seems. Dale Barton.
So you're the visitor I've heard some of the Legionaries talking about. If you're in the mood to trade, just say the word.
Oh, okay. So this Dale, being a trader, this Cesar's second-in-command is a real ass. His Brahmin got in the way, or was in his way, and he killed it. And Dale, he didn't do anything because he's like, yeah, that ain't going to go well if I say something. But he says they're the best customers as long as you don't sell drugs or alcohol. So they're pretty pure.
I've seen you around.
You know, and all that. So that's pretty interesting. It just goes to show you how brutal they are. And, yeah, it's kind
Slaves
of
aren't much of a challenge.
kind of jerky behavior. You know, oh, my God, look at this poor girl. Yeah, see this.
Someone as important as you noticing me? I'm flattered.
Wow, flattered, huh? Yeah, this is how they treat women and slaves. So that's why I'm not going to side with the Legion. Veteran Legionnaire. Oh, wow. He looks like a badass. Yeah, I won't be siding with these folks. I'm just here for the lucky classes. And I'm out. Oh, look at this.
You okay?
Male kids being trained up, you know? The Brotherhood of Steel does it, too. It's not like these cultish, type things or groups are like that. Instructor, huh?
I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellent legionaries. I'm quite proud of them.
Oh, that's okay. Open Fort Drawbridge. Let's talk to, what is it, Otho here.
What do you want from me, woman?
Oh!
I'm in charge of the arena, not the cooking pots.
Okay. I want to fight in the arena.
Know your place, woman. Unlike the profligates of the NCR, only men fight in the Legion.
I would whoop your ass. All right, tell me more about this arena.
Such as?
Arena. Oh my God. I don't know if I could get in here as a woman character.
Go.
Well, I've had enough of this guy's attitude. Let's keep walking around.
Hey.
Oh, look. We got a little girl here in this pen. What's your story, Melody?
I can't talk to you. It's not allowed.
Speech 50. I'm a friend. It's okay to talk to friends, right?
I guess that's okay. If you're a friend, can you help me?
Oh, cool. I got experience. Okay. What do you do here?
I help take care of the Brahmin. I sometimes bring water and food to people. That's it.
What did you need help with?
Anthony took Sergeant Teddy away and gave him to the stinky dogs. I want him back.
Okay. They have toys here?
I kept him secret, but I think somebody told on me.
Oh, okay. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks.
Note added, Sergeant Teddy. So they have artillery here. Oh, look. Oh, without a replacement firing mechanism, this howitzer is useless. So we can help the Legion out. And that's Hoover Dam right over there. I do believe. So yeah, it looks like that's how we help the Legion with the conflict over the dam eventually. Because yeah, there is going to be a conflict there for sure. So here we got Anthony. He kind of manages the dogs here. And I'm here for Melody's bear.
This stupid girl should know by now that even the rags on her back are a privilege.
Wow.
Anyway, my mongrels like their new toy.
What a jerk.
Tell you what, you square off with 4 of my best dogs. No armor and no weapons except a machete. You survive, and I let you have the bear.
Holy cow. Reputation and barter. I can get out of the fight. Okay. I'd still have to fight the dogs. I don't want to do that. Doggos don't deserve to be killed for some stupid toy thing in this guy's ego. So I've done a lot for the Legion. Just hand over the bear already.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Here.
There we go. Sergeant Teddy Bear. And there he is. Ah, looks pretty good shape. Okay, let's go give it back to the girl. I'm curious if it's going to be karma or what. Hi, Melody.
Hi.
I got your teddy bear. He's a little chewed up. Oh, no.
That's okay. I'll fix him. Can I have him now?
Let's see. Not so fast. What do you give me for him? Tear Sergeant Teddy in half? Oh, my God. You could really play an evil character. Here you go.
Thank you.
Karma. Yeah, that's just it. Oh, my God. Experience, too. Talk to you later.
Okay, miss. See you around.
Oh, I couldn't stand tear the thing in half. Oh, my gosh. That'd be horrible. It is time, folks, to meet the infamous Cesar. He's got his doggos here, Legion Mongrels. Hey, got any books around here, Cesar? So we got Vulpus Inculta and Lucius. I guess these are his, you know, right-hand, left-hand man type things here. All right, Cesar.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my Legion.
No.
And yet you dare come before me. All the bribes
You called
I sent
me?
to the Omertas ended up buying me nothing. Years of meticulous scheming to place a mole at Camp McCarran. Wasted.
Oh, yeah, that's
So tell
right.
me
I
this,
did do that.
because I really want to know. I am feared, with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Cesar. What were you thinking?
You guaranteed my safety. Yeah. Oh, I need to get that platinum chip back. Ah. Death to tyrants, start combat. Yeah, right. I'm not doing that now. All right, so I like this one. I had to see the mighty Cesar with my own eyes. You got to feed his ego a little bit, you know?
Maybe I should have you struck blind so my face is the last sight you ever behold.
Oh.
Look, you do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave. You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat. You assassinate the head of the chairman in his own casino and get away with it. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started?
Well, you see, Black Widow, this perk I took, helped, you know, with all that. Let's see here. Oh, how may I serve your Legion, Cesar? Oh, kissing his ass. I like this one here. What are you looking to start? Because I don't want to be his servant at all. And this is just going to talk him, like, just give me back the platinum chip and I'll be on my way. I'm not looking to end it, you know. Yeah, what are we looking to start here?
The time is fast approaching when my Legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching.
All right, what do I have to do?
Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino.
Huh.
Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip you were carrying. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried.
Wow. What's on the other side of those doors?
I don't know, and I don't like not knowing. I know Mr. House built it. I'm thinking it's probably some kind of weapon that he can't activate from a distance.
This is kind of a silly question. Can't your Legionnaires take care of this? Well, I guess what he means, you know, what they mean is go take the chip and put it in. So let's ask him that.
Yes, but then I'd have to kill them.
Really?
You don't get it, do you? The weapons I wield are forged from blood, flesh, sinew, bone. Mortal stuff. Fragile, even. And yet my Legion obeys me even unto death. Why? Because they live to serve the greater good, and they know of no alternatives.
Oh?
House's machines, his technologies. What do they propose? The possibility of victory without sacrifice. No blood spilled, just rivets. That's not an idea to be put in circulation. If mankind's going to survive this moment in history, it needs warriors, not gadgets.
Huh. It's an interesting philosophy there. Once I'm inside?
I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there with your weapons and equipment.
Oh.
Goodbye. Wale.
Interesting. Demolish Mr. House's bunker under... Okay. Return to Yes Man. I am curious if I can get out of this situation here. Oh, look. There's a Mark III auto dock here. And, yeah, it's one of these automatic medical machines here. So there we go. The monitoring station. I guess I just go in here now. Yeah, it's unlocked now. Well, let's do it.
Cesar has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him.
Oh, okay. It's about time. Hand him over.
Cesar has put a lot of trust in you. Be worth it.
Okay, deliver the platinum chip to Mr. House. Why is that coming up? Oh, it came back up. Oh, interesting. All right, looks like I activate this console here. Oh, okay. Weather station console. The console hums quietly, powered by some unknown source. There is a round slot on the console about the size of a large poker chip. Insert the platinum chip. Ah. Alright, you guys stay here. Alright. What the hell was that? Oh, there's trash down here. Oh, this must have been when they were trying to break this down. Elevator. I think I'm gonna sneak. Oh, we got some rads here. Okay, completed. Optional. Find Mr. House here. Explore the bunker. Okay. Oh, wow. I can pickpocket him. What the heck? Status. Vault status? Oh, wait, this is a vault? Welcome, Mr. House. Radiation leak detected. Oh, this is pretty cool. Turrets are active. Protectrons are active. And sentry bots. Oh my god, I should have took the robot perk. Oh no, wasn't thinking. Can I get in here? Requires a key. Alright, well, Mr. House, how you doing?
I do wish you'd come and met with me at the Lucky 38 when you first arrived on the Strip. Or after you killed Benny, even. Quite an honor you spurned, my invite. You would be the first person to set foot inside the Lucky 38 in over 200 years. But you still wound up here, right where I wanted you.
Oh.
I knew I could rely on Cesar to return the platinum chip to you.
Okay, what makes you think Cesar gave me the chip?
That you were searched very thoroughly when you arrived at the fort is a certainty. And as the chip is a little too large to be secreted away, I also regard it a certainty that the chip was discovered, taken from you, and given to Cesar, who returned it to you. 2 + 2 = 4, Cesar wants you to destroy whatever you find in this bunker. But that's not going to happen, because you're going to work for me.
Oh. Who are you exactly?
Surely you know that I am Robert Edwin House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the new Vegas Strip. I oversaw the city's renovations starting from 2274 onward. The 3 families are my employees.
Okay. What is this place?
It's a facility I built many years before you were born. You might think of it as a kind of barracks. You'll understand soon enough.
Cesar wants me to destroy this place.
Was that meant to be a shocking revelation?
No,
of course Cesar wants it destroyed. He's afraid of what the bunker might hold, and rightly so. But you're not going to do that. You're going to do the smart thing and work for me.
Barter 50. Nice. This work sounds important and expensive.
Fine. You'll receive a nice bonus when the work is done. And speaking of getting it done, the platinum chip is a data storage device. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at.
Okay, so there's a security system I might be able to deactivate in here down the stairs. What will you do with your Securitrons?
My army will do what an army does best: defend territory from invaders and maintain order.
Now, if I say I'll upload the data as you ask, that means I'm agreeing to his stuff here. If I say we'll see what happens, maybe I can leave it neutral.
I like to think you have enough sense to do the right thing. The rewards for doing so are immense, as are the punishments for not doing so.
Oh, are you gonna punish me, Mr. House? That was weird. Oh, Reds are back. Interesting. Oh, here's Securitrons. Alright, I'm gonna give my 22 silence to try here. Oh, wow.
To continue.
That didn't take much. And I'm gonna take some Rad X here. Oh, cool. Radical. 75 experience for using Rad X. Now we got Sentry Bot Operations Terminal here. We got 3 terminals. That's a null? Okay. Then we got an average locked and a hard locked terminal. This is turret, and that's Protectron. Cancel security alert. There we go. Now the turrets are out of it. And the turrets are the nasty ones, because you don't see them until it's too late. You're getting shot at, you know? There we go. Oh, I got 100 for that. I think I got some kind of a skill thing. Cancel security alert. Protectron standing down. Now what did I get? Healthy glow. Hack computer terminals 25. Cool. I took a science book and mentats, and it reduces the amount of tries that you have to deal with. Alright, I'm going to traverse through here. I'm still going to sneak because I want to kill some stuff. You know, I want to take out some robots for experience. Look at this. Oh, wow. This thing's standing here. Kind of creepy. Oh, okay. That's his army. There's my party time mentats. Look at this. There's more of them over here, too. Creepily staring out. Now here, oh, here's the turret right here. 25 experience, I'll take it. Oh, look, shoot them up, kill enemies with a gun. Huh. $100 experience. Here's the systems room. Oh, got 2 turrets here. Oh, wow, more than one. Oh. There we go. What is going on here? Oh, here we go. Activate Securitron's Operations Council? Ooh, I don't know if I want to do that. If I were... This quest here that I have, render into Cesar. I have to demolish this place. So examine power regulator. If the bunker's power regulator is destroyed, its reactor core will overload in a matter of seconds with catastrophic results. And there is 3 here. Oh, it says destroyed. There we go. Because what I'm thinking... Ouch. Is that Mr. House, he's not on the... I don't know, he's just got himself... He's selfish, you know. Okay. Oh, God. I gotta run. Quest failed. Yep, no kidding. Holy cow. I made it out alive. I didn't know they were going to be there, so I'm like, I just run.
You've carried out Cesar's will, but I must confiscate your equipment again.
Oh, come on. Keep holding the weapon.
You're free to leave.
The arena.
Well, I don't know why that is why didn't this whole thing blow up here? I don't know. Cesar, what is going on, my dude?
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done.
Indeed.
Let's press on, shall we? As I was telling you before,
500.
I want Mr. House out of the picture. You have an interest in his death, too. If he knows that you destroyed his gadgets beneath the fort, he will strike back.
Yep.
You know where to find him. How he dies, I leave up to you.
All right. Now, there's a I'm done working for you. I have some questions to ask, and I'll eliminate. Okay, we're going to dive into a lot of dialogue here, so let's go ahead.
What did you want to know?
This is an amazing amount of dialogue and an amazing history lesson for Fallout New Vegas and how he operates his Legion. And by knowing this, you're going to get, well, we as in me, you as the viewer here, will get a huge look, a big look into how this Legion operates. And we haven't had any access to information except that these are brutal killers. They'll kill anyone in their way. Women get enslaved or bred. Children are brought up to fight, no questions asked. It's just brutal. I would say even worse than Roman times, you know. So are your bodyguards special in any way?
My Praetorians embody the martial ideals of my Legion. Each one of them has done enough conquering and killing to deserve the rank of Centurion. Instead, I invited them to join my guard. So the invitee chooses whichever current guard he thinks is weakest and challenges him.
Oh.
The fight is to the death. It keeps them from getting complacent.
So here we have the constant threat of losing your position and to the extreme of death. There's that flight or fight kind of thing that he's playing on, human emotion. You know, if you decide to become a leader and if you want to stay a leader, you have to constantly fight for that position. It's the strong survive, the weak get removed concept here. Now, what's to say that the person who was your leader and gets challenged, now they're dead. You lost somebody who has all this knowledge and information and abilities, even though they're not as strong as a younger kid, say 25, in his physical peak, you know, and all that. Well, see, I understand what he's trying to do, but you're also shooting yourself in the foot by removing, say, a quote-unquote leader that isn't as strong as some younger kid coming up. So, killing somebody, not the best. How long has Lucius been the head of your Patronus? And the pronunciation I have to still learn.
Lucius has been the head of my guard for 5 years now. He was a subordinate guard for 8 before that. No invitee has dared to challenge him yet. Maybe it's an issue of respect. He is getting on in years.
So what that's telling me is that just because somebody he perceives him as weaker because he's older, but there's a human emotion there where the young who could challenge him won't because of out of respect. So are you really taking out the weak? That's a mental issue there. Not a strength issue, not a physical strength issue. So that's where the physical challenge fails. So that's why I'm having trouble with this, you know, to the death thing. Because the fact that nobody challenges this guy, even though he's older, and they probably could take him, they don't. Tell me about Vulpes Inculta?
Vulpes is the best of my Frumentari. A remarkable individual from an unremarkable tribe south of the Utah. He was brought into the Legion as a boy, survived training, fought well enough as a legionary to be promoted to the rank of Decanus. Then in battle against an unimportant tribe, he broke ranks and led his contubernium through a hole in their defenses to capture its chieftain. Well, his Centurion wanted him crucified for disobedience. so I made him a frumentari.
Now, this is where I have a little bit of issue with this guy. Because what happens, you have leadership. Someone below that leadership broke ranks and did something. The result just so happened to work out in the favor of battle for Cesar and his, and his armies. What if that guy failed? That guy would have been he would have been crucified if he survived, that is. What if he compromised the others that were fighting, correct? Now, the table, let's, in other words, turn the tables. Let's assume the other way. Well, not only did Cesar undermine his current leadership by rewarding somebody for going around the order, or just not even, just doing his own thing. So he undermined his leadership and the chain of command. He's only result driven and doesn't care about his leadership. His leadership then could have this mindset of, well, I could say something and my subordinates do something else, and just because the result is good, Cesar will say, yeah, whatever. So I understand he's result based, but your chain of command isn't. What's the point of having a chain of command then? That's kind of what I have a problem with on that one. So this Fermentari, what do they do?
Whatever I require. Infiltration, assassination, dramatic atrocities to break the spirit of the enemy, etc. They're mentally flexible. They operate behind enemy lines for extended periods, imitating the enemy's customs without becoming sullied. In all these things, Wolpus is a master.
So, because he went around the orders of his leader, he saw some skills in him, and that's fine. In a sense, he could have said, hey, even though he did something bad, we're gonna make him into a spy, basically. So, but he still should have done some kind of a punishment there, which isn't. I don't know if it's clear or not. Maybe he did. I don't know. I've heard rumors of your legate, Lanius. What's his story?
Linnaeus is the greatest of my battlefield commanders.
How do you get you?
Some might call him a great man, but I'm not sure he qualifies. Once, he was the greatest warrior of the Hydebarks, a tribe of the Arizona. Maniacal in battle. Sometimes he'd ambush Legion patrols by himself. When after several months we found and surrounded the Hydebarks camp, their chieftain raised a banner of surrender. The warrior, who was not yet Linnaeus, went insane with rage. He struck down his chieftain and attacked his own tribe.
All right, what happened after that?
He killed 15 before they brought him down. He didn't die, obviously. I had him tended to. He was maimed, most of his face torn off. It was days before he regained consciousness. When he did, I went to his bedside and showed him the helmet I'd had forged to cover his face. I said he could have it if he'd fight for me. He accepted, on condition that he be allowed to kill the surviving males of his tribe. I said, make it the adult males, and you have a deal.
So he sounds like more of a savage than a general.
Linnaeus is savage. Savagely loyal, too, but only to me. He has no love for my legion. But this has its uses. He has no attachment to his men, no compunction about battlefield losses. All he cares about is destroying the enemy. When another legatus or a centurion fails to achieve results, I send Linnaeus to make things right. His first step is to beat the failed commander to death in front of his assembled troops. Then he orders the ritual of decimatio.
Decimatio, what is that?
It means decimation. But in ancient Rome, the word had a very specific meaning. A punishment for cowardice. The legionaries are lined up in ranks. Every 10th man steps forward and is beaten to death by his brothers. It instills a certain robust obedience.
Jeez. I mean, that's just brutal. And, remember that they had that lottery in, not Novak, but south of Prim there. I can't remember the name now. So Lennius will lead the assault on Hoover Dam?
Yes. This time my legionaries will be more frightened of the commander behind them than the enemy before them.
Oh, gosh.
There will be no failure this time, no retreat, no years of gathering slaves and resources for another assault. With Linnaeus to drive the Legion forward, the dam will be taken. It will be our bridgehead across the Colorado.
Okay. Why'd the Legion lose the first battle?
It's not going to happen again. That's all I have to say about it.
Okay. I heard the commander of the first battle was called the Burned Man. Now, the Burned Man comes up in a DLC. He is alive. It's pretty cool how they bring him up.
And I've heard it's a bad idea to tempt the wrath of Cesar. Change the subject.
Ooh, he don't like that.
What else did you want to know?
What do you think of the NCR?
Do you want my opinion as a former citizen?
Bingo.
Or future conqueror?
Boom.
Actually, my opinion's the same either way.
Wow.
As a young man, I was taught to venerate President Tandy of Shady Sands, the founding mother of the new California Republic. Did you know her presidency lasted 52 years? And that her father, Aradesh, was the Republic's first president? Does that sound like a democracy to you? Or a hereditary dictatorship?
Very interesting. I did not know that about Shady Sands or the President Tandy. And, let's see, an hereditary dictatorship. So President Tandy was voted into office each time.
Because the council didn't dare oppose her. She was too popular. She had the people's love.
And what's wrong with that?
So things ran smoothly, more or less. And as soon as she was gone, as soon as there really could be democracy, what happened then? Ever since losing its queen, the NCR has been weaker, more diffuse. Democracy has been its weakness, not its strength.
So he's definitely not about, democracy. He sees weaknesses there. Call it what you will. I mean, every kind of political arrangement has its strengths and weaknesses. So how's the NCR weak?
Greed runs rampant.
There you go.
The government is corrupt.
There you go.
Accepting bribes from Brahmin barons and landowners to the detriment of citizens.
There you go.
The NCR is a loose conglomerate of individuals looking out for themselves. It's lost virtue. No one cares about the collective, the greater good. It's not built to last. I'm just hastening the inevitable.
And he's not wrong there. When you start, when you have bureaucracy, you have people with their own best interests that aren't checked, and surely should. You kind of the top and the bottom become more divided. There's more of a bigger gap between. But that seems to happen in any type of political arrangement. What happens if Cesar dies? Who's going to step up and be the next Cesar? He's going to have different ideals, different things he wants done. So the figurehead goes away, and you have nothing. Sure, the NCR is a powerful foe, though.
Of course. The most powerful my legion has faced. Also the first to which I am ideologically opposed. Until now, every tribe I've conquered has been so backwards and stunted, enslavement has been a gift bestowed upon them. My conquest of the Mojave will be a glorious triumph, marking the transition of the Legion from a basically nomadic tribe to a genuine empire. Just as my namesake campaigned in Gaul before he crossed the Rubicon, so have I campaigned and will cross the Colorado.
What do you know about Mr. House?
I know he's a coward, hiding behind an army of robots ensconced in that tower of his like a wizard in one of those Grognak comic books. Some say he's a man, others a machine. I don't care. He's in the way.
Well, he's a man and a machine, as we found last episode. And it's funny that he references Grognak the Barbarian.
What
that
else
is crazy.
Do you want to know? It's called an autodoc. As the name suggests, it's an automated physician, more or less. He can treat broken bones, cuts, punctures, scrapes. Sometimes I bestow its use upon someone I favor. Makes for a powerful gift in a culture that forbids painkillers and is largely ignorant of medical science.
Okay, let's ask him what the role What role will regional powers play in the conflict here? Because how did you rise to power is a really enlightening on him and where he came from. So let's go ahead and ask this first one here.
I've analyzed the region's tribe to determine how they might be useful. I may tell you more at a later time, if it suits me.
If it suits me.
What else did you want to know?
So he does an analysis and goes, all right, can I use them or not? You know, I guess we can get this one here. Why is Kaiser Legion so strange?
I used Imperial Rome as the model for my Legion precisely because it was so foreign, so alien. I'd seen what had become of the NCR's attempts to emulate the culture of pre-war America. The infighting, the corruption. Rome was a highly militarized autocracy that effectively integrated the foreign cultures it conquered. It dedicated its citizens to something higher than themselves, to the idea of Rome itself. In Rome, I found a template for a society equal to the challenges of the post-apocalyptic world, a society that could and would survive, a society that could prevent mankind from fracturing and destroying itself in this new world by establishing a new Pax Romana.
Pax Romana? What does that mean?
It means a nationalist, imperialist, totalitarian, homogenous culture that obliterates the identity of every group it conquers.
There you go.
Long-term stability at all cost. The individual has no value beyond his utility to the state, whether as an instrument of war or production.
So there you go. That's kind of like the flaw in this, in his worldview here. You're just a cog in a machine, serving him. When he dies, there's going to be a new person that comes up, and they're going to have different ideals. But you're still a cog in the machine if that holds true with this new leadership. Cesar is going to die eventually. He's not going to live forever. Now, everybody serves the country, serves the dictatorship. And what kind of life is that? What kind of a country are you trying to build here with that in mind? There's no free will. You serve Cesar. You see how these people are acting. You walk up, they degrade you if you're a woman. Children are looked at as livestock, basically, for the machine. So that's why I'm not too fond of this faction here. Now, let's ask him, so you'll destroy the NCR because you hate its inefficiencies?
No. I'll destroy it because it's inevitable that it be destroyed. It's Hegelian dialectics, not personal animosity.
Okay. So Hegelian dialectics, what are those? Now, we're going to get into how he's very sharp, but I think he's definitely a sociopath. He's got these crazy ideas here. He's definitely got some mental stuff going on here. But I'm not going to diagnose him yet, but it seems sociopathic, which is kind of a blanket policy on people who just don't care about anybody but themselves. So let's ask him about this Hegelian dialectics.
How do I put this basically enough?
Yeah.
It's a philosophical theory, the kind you might encounter if you took time to read some books. The fundamental premise is to envision history as a sequence of dialectical conflicts. Each dialectic begins with a proposition, a thesis, which inherently contains or creates its opposite, an antithesis. Thesis and antithesis. The conflict is inevitable. But the resolution of the conflict yields something new, a synthesis.
Very interesting.
Eliminating the flaws in each, leaving behind common elements and ideas.
So what's dialectic about you and the NCR?
The bombs wiped the slate clean. Human civilization descended to a level of ignorance that effectively set our cultural progress back to zero. The NCR has all the problems of the ancient Roman Republic. Extreme bureaucracy, corruption, extensive senatorial infighting. Just as with the ancient Republic, it is natural that a military force should conquer and transform the NCR into a military dictatorship. Thesis and antithesis. The Colorado River is my Rubicon. The NCR Council will be eradicated, but the new synthesis will change the Legion as well. From a basically nomadic army to a standing military force that protects its citizens and the power of its dictator.
Very interesting, because...
What else did you want to know?
The protection of the I just can't believe him based on what I'm seeing at current. Protect your citizens. The vendor outside, when I first pulled up, this jerk killed his cow because it was in the way. How is that protecting your citizens? You're just an asshole who's like got some bug up his ass because a cow's in his way. Walk around the cow, you jerk. That was somebody's livestock. That was, maybe he had a, maybe that was his, it's kind of like a pet, maybe, They took this poor little girl's teddy bear and the guy threw it to the dogs. How is that protecting your citizens? You're just an asshole. So is it just by defeating the NCR, now you're going to be nice to your citizens and protect them? I don't think so. I think you just got a bunch of assholes that like to be assholes, and you're the head asshole, So now this is going to give you a lot of information about this guy. How did you rise to power?
Ironically, I was born a profligate myself, a citizen of the NCR. My family lived not far from the Great Boneyard. After raiders killed my father, my mother sought the followers' protection. I was 2 years old. She found work at their library, cooking and cleaning. I learned how to read, and soon I was taking courses, free of charge.
So, he started to get, book learned and stuff, yeah? And he was with the followers. So, this is an example of a child going from one extreme to the next, and without a father figure, it's very interesting. There was no checks on him becoming, who he is today. That's I think that's how his upbringing turned out here. So, you were a follower of the apocalypse?
Oh yes, raised in that tradition. And the teaching stuck. I was taught it was my responsibility to bring the torch of knowledge to the wastes. I may have taken the torch part more literally than I intended.
You think? What changed you from a follower to a dictator?
When I was 20, the followers sent me east to Grand Canyon. It was my first expedition. Just me and a physician named Calhoun. As an anthropologist and linguist, my assignment was to learn the dialects of the Grand Canyon tribes. What a fucking waste of time.
Why would you be learning dialects? Why would learning dialects be a waste of time?
If you think it's worthwhile to make smart people learn how to talk like backward savages, you're a follower of the apocalypse. Or an idiot. Anyway, we met up with a Mormon missionary who already knew a bunch of dialects. Joshua Graham.
Okay.
He was supposed to teach me. But before that went too far, the Blackfoot tribe captured us to hold us for ransom. They were a backward bunch. But the real problem was, they didn't know how to fight.
What was wrong with the Blackfoot?
The Blackfoot were at war with 7 other tribes, each just as pissant as they were. But outnumbered like that, they weren't going to last long. It's one thing to be taken hostage, another to be lashed to a sinking ship. So over Calhoun's objections, I decided to take certain steps.
What steps did you take?
I taught them how to use the guns they already had, how to strip and clean them, how to breathe when pulling a trigger, how to reload ammunition. They looked at me like I was some kind of a sorcerer. So I taught them how to make explosives and started drilling them on small unit tactics. If there's anything I learned as a follower of the apocalypse, it's that there's a lot of good information in old books.
Very interesting. So he's looking at old books from pre-war and teaching them to this, inferior tribe to make them a better tribe. Even though they're up against 7 other tribes, this one tribe, highly trained, can easily take the 7 out. So he's basically training a group of assassins. What happened after you trained the Blackfoot?
Divide et impera. Divide and conquer.
Ah.
I led the Blackfoot against the Ridgers, their weakest enemy. When they refused to surrender, I ordered every man, woman, and child killed.
Interesting.
When next we surrounded the Kaibabs, and they likewise refused, I took one of their envoys to the Ridgers village and showed him the corpse piles.
Oh, God.
This was new for the tribes, you see. They played at war, raiding each other, a little rape and pillage here, a little ransoming there. I showed them total warfare. Like I said, there's a lot you can learn from old books.
So that's psychological warfare there. He took one of the weakest, completely obliterated them, And it's interesting that he mentioned the children there. And he says, oh, you want to be these people over here? Check them out. And they went, oh. So what happened to the tribes?
Kaibobs joined me, and the Fredonians after that. All the pissant tribes with names that should be forgotten. I knew from the start I'd need to eradicate this plague of tribal identities, replacing them with a monolithic culture, a uniform identity. So that's what I did once my confederation of tribes was large enough. I crowned myself Cesar and created a single great tribe, my legion. I sent Calhoun, the follower captured with me back west, with a message that I should not be interfered with. Joshua Graham, the Mormon interpreter, stayed with me and served as my first legatus.
Aha. So stripping everybody of their identity and forming them into one identity is basically cult mentality. So since forming the Legion, all you've done is conquer other tribes?
That's right. Decades of warfare, absorbing lesser tribes, gathering power, forging the dross into a vast, razor-sharp scythe. My Legion's expansion has never ceased. Much of the Utah and Colorado and all of Arizona and New Mexico are mine. We have cities of our own, but nothing compared to Vegas. Finally, my Legion will have its Rome.
Now that's very interesting.
What else did you want to know?
And that's it. So, yeah, there's a lot of... I can appreciate the guy, building this army and building this force to be reckoned with. It's just that the underlying parts here, they're just not adding up to a very happy society. You know what I mean? Where, you serve one thing and one thing only. You're either a part of it or you're not. It's a lot of extremism, a lot of cultish behaviors and mentalities, using psychological warfare, and also just being a brutal, just being brutal, So, we'll end this with, I'll eliminate Mr. House for you.
Good. Don't know what kind of security he has inside the Lucky 38, but if you can find a way of catching him off guard, do so.
And there we have it. Now, Mr. House is next on our hit list. Oh, boy. So I am still leaning towards the followers of the apocalypse here. I don't know if I could side with them. Now, I'm a little worried because, once we start down this path with Mr. House here, I'm not too sure how this is going to play out with the NCR. And I don't like the NCR, don't get me wrong, but they're better than this guy being a brutal ass. But I don't like the NCR and how they're handling, the Freeside situation. There's definitely some, flaws there. And you can view the followers of the apocalypse as this hippie kind of commune kind of thing, help everybody, give away everything for free. But is that so bad right now? If people come together and pool resources to help everybody else to make a better society, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially at this point in this world's, situation here. Everybody needs help, and they're strong and they're weak no matter what kind of government type situation you have. There's always going to be strong and weak. It's just how is the inner workings going to play out. But we have the NCR, the followers of the apocalypse, the Brotherhood of Steel might be in there still, and this guy. Definitely not for slavery and beating up people for no reason. It's just insane. So I think next episode we're gonna head to the Lucky 38. I'm going to take out Mr. House. I think I'm gonna disconnect his cerebral connection and see what happens, because we already know what happens when you kill him. You get 5 experience and that's it. So get ready for that. In the next episode, this was a big dialogue episode. Once again, that's what New Vegas is all about. It really tests you, because you're like, every one of these factions has a flaw, and every one of them has a strength, and you're trying to figure out, which way do I go here, But I do want to take the positive approach to the first playthrough here of New Vegas. I'm definitely really wanting to do an evil one, where you side with Cesar and take everybody out. That would be very fun. But that's for another day and another discussion. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's really very, very interesting. I'm really loving New Vegas and the dialogue systems that they have, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.